All right, guys, let's get this live underway here. Started a bit later. I had to look at my own trades. All right, who's printing money? Come on. I want to hear it. Who is absolutely printing money, guys? Make sure you set a stop loss and profit. Protect your capital. But this is wicking all day. We're bouncing off the conversion line, which is essentially the middle line right here. Good morning, Tim. How we doing? Again, a bit of a later start, guys, but I need to look at my own trades. That is the most important thing to me, protecting my capital. And that is what we're doing, okay? So I just need to change the YouTube thumbnail for a second. Just give me a moment. How is everyone doing today? We timed the market drop pretty much perfectly last night. Bitcoin was showing strength, and now she is definitely trying to come down. We got the core PCE going on. And obviously you can see some volatility from it. Okay. CJ, DV, Tim, how we doing? And my thumbnail software is not being too good to me right now. So we'll see how we go. I got to make sure these thumbnails are made at night. I normally do make the thumbnails at night, but I wanted to see if we ended up actually dropping, and we are dropping, right? So make sure you guys smash that like button, guys. I'm just getting the thumbnail set up here. Then we'll get rocking and rolling. Please work. Let's see. If not, I have to upload. I have to open up Photoshop, all right? So is anyone in a Bitcoin short or a Bitcoin long at the moment, fam? New York is open, and we are absolutely looking like we are going into a distribution phase right now, even though there's some manipulation too. So smash up that like, guys, and let's absolutely fly this live. Okay, so this should be less than 2 megabytes. If not, then I got to open up Photoshop. Yeah, we're rocking and rolling. Perfect. Okay. So we've got that taken care of. We are live on YouTube. There we go. And we'll work out our tags right here. Okay, wonderful. This is the thumbnail we got going for today, guys. I think it is fitting. This is absolutely fitting. New York live trading, dump 84K, 74K, right? Obviously, we have some manipulation going on from core PCE. And I'm just going to share the live. Okay, I'm going to be paying attention to the charts a lot, guys, but we will do some live trading. My goal is making money, and this is a very big opportunity to make money, so I got to make sure I'm getting out or staying in to the correlation of the market. All right, what is up, guys? How we all doing? Everybody join the live. I appreciate you. So you're going to see Bitcoin did break out of this small little downtrend, okay? Bitcoin absolutely broke out of the downtrend here in the smaller term, the smaller time frame, which would typically be a stop loss, okay? But you're completely dropping on your 4 hour and completely dropping on your 8 hour hasn't even started dropping yet, right? Your 8 hours about to cross here in the next probably 4 hours, 4 to 8 hours here. Your 8 hours about to cross on your MACD. Can't even use the, oh. Hold on, guys. I'm just putting up my live and stuff like that. All right, who's shorting Bitcoin? Who's making money from Bitcoin, first of all? Okay. There we go. There we go. Top of the hour in the morning here for Bitcoin, for direction, guys. It is very simple. I'm not going to be looking at too much coins on the live until I figure out my direction and my take profit, okay? Live started a bit later. I want to be on the live with you guys, but I want to make sure I'm protecting my capital. Now here, if we go to a lower time frame, we are in fact in a little bit of a bullish pennant. This normally would be a pump to about 92K, but because we are in a downtrend, this could fake out. So there's a couple scenarios here. We are at a breakout pennant in the market. And now we're waiting to see if we are going to break out or not. I think we're live on Rumble too. Always have to change the description for Rumble. Oh, don't have to change it this time. Perfect. Okay, so this pump, guys, it is 99.999% manipulation. But let me draw a new channel for everybody, okay? Because I got to stay on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is what we're focusing on at the moment. A lot of money at stake here in a loss or a win if I don't focus on Bitcoin, all right? So who made money shorting last night, guys? We were looking at a potential breakout. And then I flipped on the live and I said, guys, I'm going short. Okay. Non-financial advice. That isn't necessarily what I'm telling you guys to do. But here's why Bitcoin is bouncing, because we're bouncing off of the conversion line, guys. We are most likely going to drop down to 84K, 85K, whatever this is at first. If we hold 85K, perfect. If we don't, we drop down. Now, this is actually a macro bear flag. So what you want to look at is you want to look at the flag potential. Now, I'm not trying to put fear into anyone's eyes or anything in the market. It's not what I'm trying to do. However, This is the flag target of the pull from the drop. And that would be down here, which is about $70,000 US. Okay. So cool. It looks fine and dandy, but you don't want to play that until it breaks out. So what we're going to do here is we got to look at the downtrend. So the downtrend now is from here to here. And it did, in fact, bounce off of that breakout area right there. So it could go back up to 91.9. Prashant, what is up? But the 4 hour is obviously completely dropping. So and the daily is dropping too as well. But I don't necessarily care about the daily. What I care about more is the 4 hour time frame I'm trading on, right? So again, we bounced off of the conversion line, which we pretty much entered the fair value gap. Now we're moving up off the breakout of that pennant that I was talking about. This is where winners are made, guys, and losers are made, okay? I would like this to go down to 89 one more time. I don't think it will. And then I would definitely take profit. It went down to 89.9. It wicked. But this thing is going for liquidations all day with people. Such a volatile day, right? All right, guys, if you're watching on YouTube, smash that like button. If you guys have Twitch, make sure you open up Twitch on another window here. Okay, so we're kind of entering that fair value gap now. Like, this is probably going to go back to 91.9. Because it did touch the bottom of the channel. And obviously, you're having a major pullback off of here. The only caveat I have is, yeah, this is going to be a manipulation candle. So look at that drop all the way down to 89.8. And then you're going to retrace the channel pretty much, which should be that 91.9. So Prashant, how you doing? Tim, how you doing? 88.9 will happen today. You're jazzed about it. It could happen, but keep in mind, this is coming back to the channel. So we may range in this area a bit, which is, yeah, this is, now I'm going to look at the 1 minute and the 30 second. All right, guys, hit that like button. Let's run up the YouTube live. Here's the thing though, guys, even though if this pumps up here, we are still in a downtrend. That's the reality of it. And the 4-hour close is coming up in 24 minutes. So this is going to try and push down before the 4-hour close. And like I said, there is some volatility with core PCE going on at the moment. Which is fine. Wicks are okay. Just make sure you manage your stop loss, manage your profit, all that stuff. Who's longing this and who is shorting this? Look at the daily, guys. The daily is brutal right now. The daily is completely overbought on Bitcoin. And we are rejecting the 50%. So this little wick drop pump thing we have going on is not what we need to worry about. This daily is absolutely brutal. And the 3-day is brutal too. So if you look at the 3-day, right? If you look at the 3-day fam, you're going to see that the MACD is in the 0 line, very bearish. If you look at the weekly, the MACD is going into the 0 line already, very, very bearish. Okay. So the reason we're starting to drop as well is because if you go to the weekly time frame, it is what, Friday today? I think it's Friday. Yep, Friday. So the weekend is coming up here. We're moving into the month. It is already December 4th, right? We're moving into the month, and we have the monthly dropping and the monthly momentum indicator, the MACD dropping, which in tune would make us drop. It did wick and bounce off of my channel perfectly, literally perfectly. So now we're playing a bit of the downtrend. We are in a pennant here. It's like we did break the trend on the 1-minute time frame. But we're just going to hang out and watch this Bitcoin setup here. Again, ideally, you would have wanted to exit right here and find a new entry at 89. This happened very quick, and I was doing my live, and I did not get a chance to take profit there. So now I'm looking at where this is going to go. And if we're looking at the 1-minute time frame here, we can see we broke the actual trend right there. So I don't trade on the 1-minute, guys. I really don't. I can do it. But there you go. There's the break of the 1-minute time frame. And there's your continuation down off of the fake out. So if you're looking at possible fake out, if you look at this volume node right here, BTC is essentially rejecting this 91.4 volume node, which means that's going to try to pick up buyers here off this little bullish pennant on the 1-minute. And then potentially drop back down to here. Now, here's the thing. If Bitcoin does drop back down to here, CJDV, did you get some sleep, brother? I'm still, right? So if we drop back down to here, guys, there's a chance this forms a bit of bullish divergence and we range in this channel for a couple of days. Possibility. And then we continue back up to around 91.8. The second scenario is that we just completely keep on dumping and capitulate all the way down to 85. And that's not even a capitulation. All that is a retrace to the bottom of the channel. I don't think I'd be holding my short down here. I'd be reevaluating because I imagine such a big wick is going to come back up, or it could just possibly dump. Like we've been going sideways, guys, and just have kicked that sideways momentum off the trend break. And now you can see that Bitcoin was in a rounded top and it's essentially doing something like that. Right? So here is the 5 minute. Here's the 1 minute break of trend. And we want that rejection. Remember, the 5 minutes very, very overbought. So any momentum we're going to get is going to be very minimum right now. We come back down to here, which is 86 or 89.6. I will be a happy camper. So now what we got to do is we got to redraw our resistance here. Right? So always make sure we're redrawing the trend, guys. Even though it doesn't fully line up, this is now going to be a resistance and it could play this channel, right? So even though we got a channel all the way down to 84K, I am pretty, normal with what I want, right? So even though we've got that channel down to 84K, Bitcoin could come back down to about 89.9, play the channel and play this range until we break out of this huge channel right here, which is the downtrend. We are going to range and consolidate, okay? Prashant, any news today? So course PCE came out. So this is essentially what happened on core PCE. Cools to 2.8, boosting trader expectations. So there is your trader expectations. You pumped, everybody longed, bought, whatever you want to call it. Everyone was happy, right? Market makers pumped it up a bit and boom, okay? Netflix is trying to buy Warner Bros. I could say a couple things about that, but I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I actually seen a video on YouTube. It was a documentary. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But we're going to, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Netflix is trying to buy Warner Bros. Wild. Wild, wild, wild. That is funny because I watched a documentary about it. You know what, guys? The film industry, Hollywood, right, is suffering. All of it. They're all suffering because of AI, artificial intelligence. You could literally go make a movie in Artlist right now. As long as you pay close to $1,000 a month for all your credits, you're rocking and rolling. But I'll pay $1,000 for making a movie or a short film over $50,000 on a red camera, right? Let's smash up that like button, guys. Let's run it up. Last display. HBO would, yeah. Yeah, for sure. Great Bitcoin exchange. Michael Saylor hails Binance after first meeting with CZ. Interesting. So you had that pump off that core PCE inflation, guys, right? Last display. Search up a Netflix documentary. That's all I have to say. And try to find it. Very informational. Okay, guys, make sure if you're watching the live, you have Twitch opened on another window, okay? It does help us out a lot in trend. Make sure you guys have Twitch open here. We're at 68 followers. Let's keep running this up. There is an audience on Twitch, okay? Okay, so there was a little core PCE pump right there. Now Bitcoin, like I said, guys, is coming back to that 4-hour. And then we should continue back down here after 89.8. We should continue. Boom. Who is shorting this thing, guys? Let's run up this live. Come on, let's get it. I cannot wait to get on the live and show you guys me longing the market. All right. Tim, gold is on the move. Okay, I will look at gold. Tim, keep an eye, or everybody keep an eye on Bitcoin for me, okay? I cannot let this go back up. Oh, yeah, gold's on the move. We are about to hit my target. GP, you're in a long on Bitcoin or an altcoin? What's up, brother? How you doing? So here's a trend, but gold is going to hit the top right here, 4,300. Or it should hit the top, right? That is the top of our channel right here. So gold is looking pretty good. 57x long on Bitcoin. I would hope you're trading lower time frames, but absolutely, right? Longing or shorting isn't the wrong answer, guys. You just got to make sure you know the time frames you're trading. When I'm talking about a short, I'm talking about this going down here. When people are talking about scalp long, they're talking about probably taking a long right here off this fair value gap and cashing out at about 91.3. I'm not doing that, especially not for the live. Can gold get to 5,100? Possibly, yeah. If we go look at gold. And there is gold on XC, guys, right? So it is independent, but it is overbought. So what I would do first is I would talk about gold at 4,300 before 5,100. This channel is going to be in a macro channel, and you are going to want to play the channel, right? I wouldn't even talk about gold at 5,100 until this breaks the channel. Okay, we've got 10 minutes left on this 4-hour PCE manipulation wick. We've already broken the trend on the 1 minute here. Our 5 minute came back inside of the channel. We're still overbought on the 5 minute. The 15 minute is overbought, guys, right? So we'll see what happens on this. Here's the thing I don't like if I'm holding a short, by the way, because I don't want to just talk about a bearish scenario. I want to talk about a bullish scenario too. Bitcoin is consistently rejecting the trend. Okay. So this 1 hour would need to flip down, essentially. But we know the 4 hour has this much more ways to go to the bottom of the RSI. We've already broken the uptrend, right? 15 minute 1260 and 1893 started dropping on November 4th. They maybe will cross up crazy. So that could be signs of a bullish reversal in the short term. I don't have those MAs on my screen, but I know they work because I've seen you using them, GP. But ideally, guys, when you see something like this dropping down to the conversion line, if you want to be risky, you can always long here and take a scalp long and then get back in when it reverses and closes below, right? So and again, guys, sorry for the later start today. I couldn't do the live at 8 to 8:30 and then also do trading when there's a lot of money at stake for me. So, but we are in the live and we are absolutely doing some live trading. And there we go. We have the rejection point right here. And now you're going to notice a little rounded top. My question is, are we going to bounce off of 89.9? Okay. So that is my question. Are we going to bounce off of 89.9 or are we going to continue back down? It looks like we are going to continue back down and we break this channel. Everybody will be happy. And then this thing is going to crash all the way down to 84K. But that wick right there and that candle right there was a liquidation core PCE manipulation pump. That was it. The market is in a solid downtrend. The other thing why we're not exactly dropping and bouncing in the shorter term is because we are reaching a fair value gap, okay? So it should break down after this candle, but essentially you're reaching this fair value gap and we're looking at this area 99.9%, 85.4. We're up over like $1,000. I made 2,000 on the other trade. Not too bad, not too bad. Simster, where you at? Are you in the live? What are you doing? Look at that. So this is a beautiful bearish flag, okay? And again, guys, this bearish flag can take us. Actually, now we draw this channel right here. So I went over a bit of my TA last night. And remember, guys, let's redraw this whole thing because this is very important now. We are looking for the macro downtrend channel at 98K, right? Keep that in mind. The macro downtrend channel is, well, 98. 98 right now if Bitcoin was to flip, right? Then we also have another channel that it is rejecting, which is right here. This channel hit. So we are actually technically looking at 76,000. Reason being is this is the macro channel. We pretty much came up to the top of the resistance of this short-term downtrend, and we rejected 3 times. Now we're rejecting 4 times. This comes to here. Most people are going to say this is going to be a bounce at 85K, but keep in mind that it rejected this. So if you draw this channel right here, that's about $76,000 Bitcoin. Okay, which is why on my thumbnail, I put New York live trading dump 84 or 74. It'll be about 74 to 76, right? Because of that trend line, which is that bearish flag. And then you want to line up your bearish flag with here. So my take profit is going to be about 85K, but I'm going to evaluate it because this could drop all the way down to 74 to 76K now, being that we just hit the resistance of the channel. That's the thing. We need to always adapt. But no one ever became broke taking profit, guys. Keep that in mind. I literally just had an argument with Joji this morning about taking profit. And it was on his side, okay? So keep that in mind. Nobody ever became broke taking profit, all right? Why do I have... Oh. If we are printing on the live, printing last night, guys, smash that like button, fam. Let's go. Friday dump is underway. Let's get this thing popping, fam. Smash that like button. Let's get trending all over YouTube. I know it is during the day, but it doesn't matter. Are we live on Facebook as well? Not yet, Prashant. We need more history to be live on Facebook, brother. I think it's 60 days, but we do have a Facebook page, guys. So thank you for letting me know, Prashant. Guys, we have a Facebook page. Join it. It is completely free. Here's our Facebook somewhere. There you go. And I do some shorts and stuff on there, and it does help us trend. Shout out to Gavin. Shout out to Joyce. Shout out to Christo. Let's go. Your reality is how you perceive it. That is my lesson for today. Tim, today I had to. I had to today. But most of the time I would. Okay, but I also got to be smart here too, because I don't want this to come back up and bounce off of this trend. That would be absolutely ridiculous of me to continue in this trade when it's bouncing. But that 15 minute is dumping, so we should be good. We're on this 1 hour candle here. I don't even know if my Mexi is glitching or what, but it's showing like, okay. See, we're up a grand here, guys. We have $2,000 on MetaTrader. All right, so the 4 hour closed. This is what is crazy to me, is the fact that we just started dumping and the 18 hour hasn't even dropped yet. The daily hasn't even dropped yet. This is absolutely ludicrous to me. Like, how far we could go down is astronomical, really. If we look in the shorter term, if we take this bounce from here to here, this is going to be our 382, which typically could be a good area for new buyers. This is going to be our 618. Again, a good area. But if you break this fair value gap, you are coming down, down, down. I'm curious what Broccoli has done, and I'm curious what Turbo has done. Brother, look at this. If you guys took Broccoli and held it, you're almost at the trend line. Good money. Either way, Bitcoin, Broccoli, it's all good money, right? Turbo was pumping last night when Bitcoin was dumping. There we go. Fake out on Turbo. Double bottom, head and shoulder. This is going to be a really good trade to take once it breaks this channel. Triple bottom Turbo has. Okay, but the real star of the show here, guys, is Bitcoin. Where is everybody today? The market is crashing, dumping, not crashing, dumping. Come on, guys. Where is everybody? If you're working, take the day off today. Call in the boss and say, I got to make a boss crypto trade. I'll buy you lunch tomorrow. Don't do that. Here's the thing, guys. Work full-time on your job and part-time on your fortune. Don't quit your job. I used to say, quit the job. Don't quit your job, okay? We all have things to do. Work full-time on your job and part-time on your fortune, fam, all right? Back to 90.7. I don't see it last display because we're breaking that possibly, right? If it rejects here, we're good. But again, that 15 minute is very, very overbought, and we are just on the verge of we're going to be live for a bit, live crypto crash all over the internet right now. That is what we're doing. The 2 hour has broken, and we've got this much more room to catch up to the bottom of the RSI. The 3 hour has broken, and we got this much more room to catch up to the bottom of the RSI, right? We're back at 90K. This is where things are going to get a bit interesting here. I don't see it pushing back up. We're completely dropping on the 1 hour. Did I just exit my trade by accident? No, I didn't. Okay, I got to stop looking at this. I have a target, and I'm going to let it hit it because that is... Oh, I'm muted. How does it mute? I don't even touch. That's so weird. I don't touch the mute button. So it does look like it is good we didn't get into Aster because of this right here. So if we're looking at Aster, the inverse head and shoulder is broken. So it looks like Aster is going to come back down. Now, here's the thing, guys. We are in this uptrend channel. So I wouldn't be shorting this, but it is looking really good. I would keep an eye on Aster because if we bounce in this area around 91, if we break it, we're in trouble. But we are in a W pattern channel, which is probably one of the only uptrend channels in cryptocurrency at the moment. Turbo's dumping now. There we go. There we go. Bang. See, I got to choose my thing because I want to be in turbo. But if I stack and go max on Bitcoin, I go max on Bitcoin, right? There we go. Right. So now we're coming down here to 89.4. We are continuing the drop. We are continuing the dump. And now it is breaking that channel. And that is what I wanted to see. If it breaks that channel, we come all the way down to 85K, fam. It should be glazing past this fair value gap. I could do this all day. All day, all day. Let's go. Bitcoin. Just crash and burn and we'll be happy. Or bounce off this area. Actually, no, I don't want to bounce. Just go down. Down, 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 please. I'm going to be up a lot if it goes here. I don't want to be greedy. You know, if you're greedy, things always take it back. The universe is a beautiful thing. And if you're greedy, 85.4, I'd be making $3,000. Tim, blessings upon blessings right now, man. You know what I'm talking about. Just go with the trend. The trend is your friend. Like realistically, why would you short when it breaks here? Why would you short this when it's in an uptrend? Why would you long when it's in a downtrend, right? Like I watched a video, guys, the biggest profitable trader who makes $100 million a year trades 35 minutes every day. Listen to this. The biggest profitable trader that makes $100 million a year trades 35 minutes every single day. 35 minutes every day. That is it. He makes $100 million a year. You know what he does? Okay. I've got my coffee. I'm going to analyze the market for 45 minutes. 45 minutes of analyzation. I've got my levels right here. Perfect. Going to go live my life until Bitcoin hits here. And I'm going to live my life until Bitcoin hits here. And I'm going to look at my 1 to 3 trade. Boom. And I'm going to set my stop loss right here. And I'm going to go away for a couple of days. Oh, I just made $10,000. Not too bad. Now let's look at the next support and resistance on the channel. Oh, I just banked 20K. Not too bad. 35 minutes in the market. 100 mil a year. All right. That is ludicrous to me. But we do spend too much time in the market. We do. That's the reality. We really do. Oh, and he started off with $50 to boot. So for those of you that say, well, he had a rich family, dad gave him money, mom gave him money, no. And he's pretty much been showing his progress from the start. Can buy a Rolls Royce every month. $50. Didn't I give away $50 on the live last night? But I'm also not saying write it down. I'm saying protect your capital, right? Always protect your capital, guys. This is a sum game. It doesn't matter where I think Bitcoin is going to go. It doesn't matter where you think Bitcoin is going to go. 100 to 1,000 challenge soon. Prashant, we're doing the 365 days millionaire challenge the past week, and we're going to upload it in the new year. So I'll explain the challenge to you guys just because it's a small audience on here right now. I have 1 week to make the money to start off with the challenge. So essentially, I have 1 week out of $1,000 to make the money. And then that whole 7-day week, we're pretty good right now. We're in a trade right now. That whole 7-day week, as soon as it hits 12 a.m. on the 7th day, that money that I made this week, I use towards the challenge. So if it's $500, I use it. If it's 2,000, I use it, right? Did Emma email you last night? Yes, she did. Absolutely. Thank you, Tim, for reminding me, right? London Bridge is falling down, literally. Yeah, Tim, that's very true. I should get that put up, right? Welcome to all the new people on the live, guys. Live crypto drop, crash, whatever you want to call it. Frankie Legend, I called the dump. Everyone else was bullish. I appreciate you, fam. Means a lot. We are in a bear flag until we are not. There we go. Yes, here's my 2 channels. Here is my 2 channels. So we have support right here. Again, I don't think it's going to hold. And then we also have support down here, which is our 76. I believe we are going to wick down to here, 75, and close around 76. Otherwise, we play up the bear flag, which means that this would potentially drop all the way down to 65. Okay. It would wick down to 71, and that would probably be my take profit. If I was to ride a trade, it would be that type of drop. What is absolutely crazy, though, is the 18-hour hasn't even dropped yet. The daily hasn't even dropped yet. Remember what I said, guys, about the Bollinger Bands the other day? Oh, tweezer reversal on the daily, too. I didn't notice that. Okay, so we got a tweezer on the daily. But the Bollinger Bands were tightening, guys. So we were kind of able to see this drop when we were overbought. It could have pushed up to our 95K. That would have been beautiful if we rode it from 95K, but right now we're riding it to potentially 85 in the shorter term. I don't know. I'm going to have to relook at this. I don't want to be greedy because greed is not good. And for the OG people, I took a break for 5 months and I was living working because I got bored of crypto. I needed to trade. I wanted to take off trading, so I sold cars for a decent luxury brand. And I made the top sales in the dealership. But I was working from 8 to 8. I've been trading for the last 4 years, guys. Sometimes you need to do something, move to a different city, shake things up. But what I noticed is, man, you got to be grateful. Literally working from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. So these guys are grinding for an $8,000 paycheck a month. We can make this in 2 days if we trade smart, right? 89K, baby. We keep it up. Big candle, big candle. Core PC, FACO. So now we're going to go to 85, roughly. 87, 200 next. Yeah. But the real trend here is 85. There could be a bounce in this area around 87.6 because that is the fair value gap. Joji, can you bring me some water, please? Tim, I am blessed right now. This is good. We actually might get a bounce up to 89.5 and then a continuation back down. But guys, we are essentially dumping for 3 more hours and it just started. The 8 hour. Like now we crossed on the 8 hours. So let me explain this. The old 5-minute 1899 MA. Yep. There you go, GP. I would put them on my screen, but I have so much going on right now. But the last time we dropped, just off of a little curve, Bitcoin went from 92 all the way to 83. Keep that in mind. That was a FACO. This drop right here is pretty much where we're at right now at the top, above the 0 line. I'm just going to put this into plain perspective for everybody. That was at around 111K. And keep in mind, guys, this is in a downtrend. So, yeah, we are targeting 85, whatever, 85.5, 85.9. But we are really targeting 76,000 and ultimately 71. And if I go to my weekly, too much going on the weekly, but if I go from top to bottom, we always play out macro timeframes on the Fibonacci 618. If you go from top to bottom, we virtually can go all the way down to 53K. But first, let's talk about 70K because this is a massive support level. $88,597 was the old 1899 MA where it was flat. GP, I have a question for you, brother. Where did you learn all those MAs? Because you obviously deep dove into them and you trade great off the MAs. A lot of your entries are spot on. I don't think I ever asked you that. Where did you learn about it? Like I have the basics. Actually, the 800 is not the basic. But 800 is what Wall Street hedge fund uses. Okay, is anybody actually shorting the market right now, guys? Dusty, how you doing in a BTC short? Great. I know I sound boring when I wait for the trend guides, but I would be a billionaire right now if I would have traded with only the trend from 2017. I kid you not, I would be a billionaire because it is very hard to lose a trade if you get it at the top or bottom and you're following a trend. You just need to not be greedy. It is very tough to win a trade when you're going against the current, right? If I throw you in the water and there's current everywhere pushing you down, it's going to be hard for you to get up. You can do it, but it's going to be hard. Same thing. If you're going in an uptrend and I'm trying to short, price is going to keep on pushing up. You don't want to short, right? Okay, so like I said, I can see Bitcoin coming back to this 89.5 in the shorter term. Make sure you guys are posting your wins, please, in Mighty guys. It means a lot if you do that. So yeah, post your wins in Mighty. I'm not logged in because we just changed the domain. So if you guys see the domain being changed, that is why. It's beastlimitless.com now. 85.4 is our next target. Are people just not watching crypto anymore? Or most people are at night? I get it. Morning times people are working. I'm just surprised. I'd be looking up on YouTube live crypto crash like crazy. Yen carry trade collision. Bank of Japan's rate shocks aims at Bitcoin. They always got to push something out. But yeah, obviously it probably has an effect for sure. By the way, just so you guys know, because this is a small audience, this month is the year of wealth. December and going into 2026 with the fire horse, essentially, I'm not going to get too crazy over it, but it is a year of wealth. And Prashant, we hit 100 subs already, over 100 in a week. It is the year of wealth. So this year was the year of the wood snake, which was essentially shedding your old bad habits, your skin, your old person. 2026 is the year of wealth and movement. My Chinese zodiac, I don't know. I think, I'm not sure. I'm born in 1996. Look it up. And I know probably a lot of people are like, well, the zodiac doesn't matter. The moon doesn't matter. Guys, all of this stuff matters because it's not what we think. It's what the other people think. Okay, there we go. We've got that little retrace possibly. That's in the shorter term though. We even got 1 hour and 32 minutes left in this candle. So, okay, I'm going to go look at a couple of trades, guys, that actually matter. And then we're going to cut the live off here and I'm going to get ready for my day. And I got to do some filming for this 365-day challenge. Look at that fake out on Ethereum. Ethereum hasn't even dropped yet. So if you guys want to trade, Ethereum is what I'd be going for if you're not in a trade on Bitcoin. I don't know, but Ethereum's not even dropping. Like, Ethereum would be a good trade though to trade. So, you know, in this area right here, did I take profit? No, I didn't take profit. So essentially, I'm going to go down here to about 2,700 and then back up here to 3,200. Well, sorry, not back up here. Probably down after that, all the way down to 2,500. This live is going to be fun tonight because we got a lot of new people from last night, and I'm pretty sure they shorted the market. Pretty sure. The ultimate question is, where do you guys think we're going to bounce? Realistically, not in the shorter term. Let me go look at the liquidation heat map here. Let's go. Let's go. All right, weekly. There's all of our liquidity around 75, 73, 72. That would line up to my 76. But remember, I drew a macro downtrend channel. And that channel was that macro downtrend to about 74. So this channel shows that we are going to about 77, 76. But this channel right here shows that we can wick down to 74K. I am actually on a trade on broccoli on the other account. Let me look. Sorry, guys. I've got too much things going on. Broccoli. I forgot I'm on a trade on broccoli still. Broccoli. Your kindness is very nice. Guys, we called a broccoli trade right here. All right. Nice rollover right here on broccoli. Boom. All the way down to here. That would be $1,000 off of less than a $500 trade. Right. So, and now we have broccoli just absolutely capitulating down, about to dump with that daily. This whole market is about to absolutely crash, guys. I'm talking dump. BTC only was able to cross up on the 15-minute 1899 a few times. The old 5-minute support at 93-week-old 88,597. Let's go down, 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 down. What about Solana? Solana. Whew, look at that fake out on Sol. So now will Sol hold this or continue back down? And it looks like it is about to take down all the way to, if this head and shoulder played out, Sol could just dump. I don't know what kind of dump we're getting into right now, because Sol already broke and it's in that huge rounded top. So it could just slowly bleed. What is Bonk doing? Does anybody remember Bonk? Because Bonk follows Solana. Man, this could tank, guys. If you're looking for a short, Bonk could be your next victim. Holy, this is looking good. This could absolutely tank. Look at this on Bonk. Not doing anything yet because there's not much volume. But if we break this support, Bonk is going to chase this wick. That is 128% drop. In a bearish pennant. Money on bonk all the way, right? Smash up that like button, guys. Let's run it up. Run it up, run it up. There is nothing holding Bitcoin right now. Absolutely nothing. This daily. Here's the death cross, by the way. So you've got the death cross on your 800 SMA, 200 and your 50. Thank you. Is there water though? Can you give me water, please? Thank you. CJDV, what is my zodiac? We got some tea. Tea's really, really good for you. Thank you. It's the rat. Of course it is. Dropping, dropping, dropping. London Bridge is falling. Really falling. So, question. Are we going to bounce at 85.3? Who thinks yes? Who thinks we're going to break it and dump all the way down to 70-something K? Dusty says bounce. I'm going to say break it. Who else says bounce? CJDV says, I don't know. I'm going to say break it. Although I wouldn't be too greedy. I would have a... Just protect your capital, guys. I don't... I'm looking at higher time frames here. That is pretty much what I'm doing. At least for this 4 hour, we know we have a drop. So about 3 hours left, we know we're dropping. Ethereum is going down now. There you go. There you go. If you took the Ethereum short, you're rocking and rolling. Non-financial advice. So guys, I can't make anybody take trades. Protect your capital, protect your risk. Ethereum should come all the way down to about 27, even 2,500. ETH is coming down a lot slower than anything else. Remember I said bonk, guys. Watch this bonk setup, fam. It could absolutely tank. I'm telling y'all, tank. Even down to here. I'm probably going to take profit at 85.4. I just can't be greedy. I don't know. Define how much movement you consider a bounce on BTC, Tim. Maybe to about 89.3, but like, not sure. All right, guys, we are going to end the live off there so I can actually get on with my day and look at trades and stuff, figure out where I'm going to take profit and all that stuff. But I hope you guys had a good live. Absolutely crushing it. You guys are crushing it. I appreciate you guys. We will be back tonight at around 8 to 8:30 p.m. I will say this again. Set your stop losses and profit and protect your capital, please, please, please. But I hope you guys all have a wonderful, blessed day, and we'll talk to you tonight.